welcome church to episode 2 of our weekend review. I'm joined here by Doug Hartley. Doug, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
All right, so I've asked Doug to join us. Like I said in our intro video, part of what we want to do is we want to have the people who are involved in the different processes of merging come and sit and tell us a little bit about the process, what's going on, all that kind of stuff. Doug and Deneen have engaged with a whole group of people on the admin side of the merger, which so grateful for, taking care of all the legal, financial, all that kind of stuff. So, Doug, why don't you give us an update on what's going on, a little bit about how things are happening in helping two churches become one church legally and financially?
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to thank Angie Johnson for all the work that she's done, a lot of preliminary work.
Yeah.
We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and it was well attended with a bunch of different people involved with various aspects of the leadership program, and kind
from
of
both churches.
Yeah, from both churches.
Good representation of both churches there.
And what we were trying to do is then break it into groups to work on special different factions of the merger. The group that I'm working with and Deneen is working with is with myself, Deneen, Angie. Deneen and Angie are both CPAs, and then Sheila Dale is going to join us in that group to work on kind of the financial side, the budget side, the legal processes that need to be done to make everything come together in the merger. It's just not as simple as saying, hey, we want to be together. There are a lot of steps we have to go through. Some of them are legal. Some of them are just working out little fine-tuned differences. We've examined each other's budgets that we've had over the years, looked at trying to merge together what needs to be covered that Kanawha Valley was doing that maybe we weren't doing, and by the same token that we're doing that we want to continue to do that Kanawha Valley wasn't doing. So it's going to take a while. We're hoping, if everything goes right, July was kind of our target. There may be a few legal steps that kind of slows that down a little bit, but we're trying to get the church incorporated, which gives us a lot of protections for both congregations. There's a team working on some of the legal aspects of that, working on how we operate. We in the past have had contracts with our ministers at Kanawha City, and basically didn't have a format of what kind of laid out or bylaws, for a better lack of a better term. They're looking at that, so that we make sure that all those bases are covered, so that when we do pull the trigger, we can go to the bank, say, hey, we've got all our ducks in a row. We're going to merge the two accounts into one account. We're working on what's the best online giving software.
Which it seems like Church Track, which is the app that I said last time. Again, I'll link that in the show notes, where you can get the weekend review updates and go ahead and create an account there. That I forgot to say this with the Church Track is that they're going to let us, as we rebrand, like you'll see right now, it's all Kanawha Valley Church, but as we rebrand, they're going to let us change all of that, but keep all of the membership content, so you won't have to create a second account and redo everything with a new thing. We can all start that process now. So,
and the big advantage of it, from looking at what we've used in the past and Church Track, comparing the two, Rich spent some time looking into ours. I've looked into theirs.
Looked into a bunch of them, honestly,
and then
multiple.
Church Track seems to be, number one, it's very affordable. It's very user friendly. And it'll keep track of everything we've done. Plus, it allows us to get messages out to the members quicker.
Messaging, push notifications.
It just seems like the way to go. And it's about 1/10 of the cost of what we're paying for now with ours. And quite frankly, ours no longer allows us to do the online giving through it anymore, unless we buy another software, which would add another $1,200 a year expense on top of that. So, instead of we were spending about $1,300 a year for our software, it becomes $2,500 a year, where Church Track is in a couple $100 a year. And it does everything.
Because what we did, just a little bit about this, I looked at a bunch of these different softwares that provide different services. And so we thought, now is the time. If we're going to switch from go to yours, use the church track, or go to a different one. Now's the time to make that. So we did some pretty comprehensive research into the cost and the advantages and of all these different options. And church track, far and away, was the best, most
economical,
yeah, whatever that word is, but also provides so much use for us as a church. So it was kind of an easy one.
Yeah, and Deneen and I did the same thing. We went through all of the different ones, watched several online demos, and basically it looks like this is the easiest to operate and administer locally, which will make it simpler for our church staff and for everything to get good communications out to our members. And a way for you as members to donate online.
We became YouTube experts in church software.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Any other things?
Well, we'll continue to keep the process updating. We're excited about where we're going. Again, thanks to Angie. She prepared like a 7-page document with all the backgrounds and legal stuff. There's Nick and Chris are working on the outline of the rules.
The rules, the bylaws,
the bylaws,
rules, creating the board and the bylaws.
So the idea is there's going to be a board of containing of equal members from each churches, congregation, and that would take a majority vote to make those decisions. I know that your current bylaws had elders mentioned in it, and we have elders. We have 2 now, and so it's merging all that into a leadership team, and really excited. I think it's going to take a little bit of work to get it done, but once we get it done, it's going to make so much easier when I need to go to as the treasurer of Canal City, going to the bank to make a change. I have to get 5 people to sign off, and you have to have a meeting and all this stuff. It's crazy just to update an account. There's a lot of paperwork involved. This is streamline all that.
It's funny because in the first video I talked about the duck imagery, where above water you just see it kind of moving a little bit, but below the water it's like all these things, and this is the kind of stuff, guys, that's happening. That the Morrises, Kelshes, I really want to thank Doug and Denise. They have jumped into this process with all of their talents and all their heart, and as well as Angie and I'm probably forgetting some people, but these people are really working behind like stuff we don't see and hear to make these things happen. And so just thank you so much. The last thing I did want to mention, though, amidst all this, is we are also, just so the church is aware, looking into legal, like a lawyer, to make sure that all this stuff is done correctly and that we have advice from someone who comes from a nonprofit background.
Right.
And so that process is happening also amidst all this, is soliciting the input of a lawyer in making it happen.
Yeah, and Chris, and we don't want to forget to leave out that dentist guy that's helping out too. Who? Carson.
Oh,
we're promised no teeth videos behind us.
Yes, exactly. So, well, Doug, thank you so much for anything else you were going to say.
I'm just going to say, please pray for us and keep us in your thoughts and prayers. We're trying to do the best we can and as quickly as we can. We'd like to get this going, and please keep us in your prayers and your thoughts.
Well, thanks for all you guys are doing. This is like,
thank you.
It's as I communicated last time, this is the stuff that has to happen so we can do what we really want to do.